Ah, this section, the section which just throws kids off, and it's the easiest stuff on here. State the domain. Domain is values of x that have output. So this graph is running from -4 to 2. And since I have this nice solid line, I have output anywhere along the path, including -4, all the way up to, but not including 2. So either one of these pieces might be correct. Now, this says 4 to 7. That actually looks kind of right. But what about this piece? From 2 to 4. You'll notice that I can actually include this. I am running from 2 to 4, and it's solid. And then I have to jump up here. Even though there's an open hole, there is output at 4, all the way to 7. Let's see. A lot of kids, this is actually straight from the last basics quiz, a lot of kids chose B. But what about all that space in the middle? You forgot about it. State range. Range is the values of y. This thing starts at -5. Notice that it starts at -5. That's the low y value. So if you chose C, I don't know what kind of drugs you're on, but get off of them. And we have output from -5 to -2. There is no output at -2. So that bracket throws that one away. It's that one. State the intervals where the graph is increasing. That is a positive slope from left to right. There's a positive interval here. There's a positive interval there. The first one travels from -4 to 2. And the second one travels from 2 to 4. So it's choice A. Decreasing means downhill. And this graph doesn't have any decreasing intervals. So it's the null set. See where I have the definition of null? No set contains what was asked. Constant, that's the flat line, which is right here. Starts when x is 4, stops when x is 7. The x-intercepts, oh fudge, the number of y'all that missed these, that's right here. And the coordinates for that point are not 0, 3, they are 3, 0. The y-intercept, right there. The coordinate for that point is 0, -3. I have a kid in pre-calc who is still getting their x's and y's backwards in order pairs. I get it every once in a while, I do it too, but this kid is 90% of the time getting them backwards. Determine the average rate of change over the interval from -4 to 2. So here's where x is -4, here's where x is +2. And it looks like we rise 3 and we run 6. Well, that's going to be 1/2 when everything's said and done. Find f of 2 if it does not exist state y. Here's where x is 2. And this is the output. When x is 2, that's what that means. Well, when x is 2, there is no output. There's an open hole. There is no output. Why? Because look up here. 2 is not included in the domain. 2 is not in the function's domain. Find f of 4 if it does not exist state y. So f of 4, if you'll look, here's where x is 4, and you've got a solid hole and an open hole. It exists. It exists right here. There is output right there. F of 4 has an output of 2. All right, bonuses. ACT bonus +2. By the way, the bonuses will be worth different things. This one's worth 3. This one will be worth 1. This one will be worth 1. That one's worth 2. If I is the root of -1, what is the value of I to the 5th plus I cubed plus I squared times -2I squared plus 5I to the 4th? So on your form quizzes, you're supposed to remember I is the root of -1, I squared is -1, I cubed is -I, and I to the 4th is 1. All right? So this is a -1. This is a -I. This is just a 1. And this is going to become a +2. What's I to the 5th? I to the 5th is I to the 4th times I. And if I to the 4th is 1, it's just I. So the numerator becomes I minus 1 over the bottom, which appears to be 2 plus 5. Oops. I minus I is nothing, so -1 over 7. That's how it reduces. Find f of g of x. 20 years ago, we taught different notation. F of g of x, which means let every x in f be 2x plus 1. I'll probably make this a 2-point bonus. Everything's got to be 2x plus 1. So there's an x. It becomes 2x plus 1. It is squared, so I'm going to write it twice. Minus 4, there's an x. It becomes 2x plus 1. And then plus the 6. Going to FOIL. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. I'd have plus 2x, so another 4x plus a 1. Distribute, minus 8x minus 4 plus a 6. Distribute again, 12x squared plus 12x plus 3. And I got the minus 8x plus 2. Put like terms together. 12x squared plus 4x. 12 minus 8 is 4, and 3 and 2 makes 5. 12x squared plus 4x plus 5. All right, find f of g of -2. This means find f of g of -2. So we're going to work our way out. We're going to find what g of -2 is. G of -2 is 4 times a -2 minus a 2, which is -10. So the new goal becomes find f of -10, which means I take a -10 and I put it there and I put it there. Twice a -10 squared plus 4 times a -10 minus 3. A -10 squared is 100. It's 200 minus 40 minus 3, which is 157. And the last bonus, better known as the derivative or the difference quotient. Find f of x plus h minus f of x over h. So I'm going to find f of x plus h first by letting every x that I see become x plus h. This is going to be used in your pre-calculus class and your dual enrollment class next year. If you take bridge math, you will not do this, promise you. X plus h squared, if you write it twice, is going to be x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Distribute, minus 3x minus 3h plus 4. 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus 3x minus 3h plus 4. And I can take all that crap and I can put it right there. That says minus f of x, so I have to take away the original function. And it's all sitting pretty over an h. Now, whatever's in here has to cancel on the outside. It's just how this works. All right? Now I'm at 4xh plus 2h squared minus the 3h all over an h. And all three pieces have an h. So 4x plus 2h minus 3. Fun stuff. And again, I'll make the actual quiz a little bit shorter. I'll figure out how to cut it down.